This week on The Real Review, our focus is on McLaren Vale, that great region just to the south of Adelaide, where a large quantity of really lovely, soft, voluptuous, fruit-sweet Shiraz is produced. I think something like 60% of the fruit of the grapes that are grown in McLaren Vale are Shiraz. So it's a big part of their lives down there. So today we're looking at 3 examples of Shiraz from 3 different vintages. And 3 different wineries, obviously. The first one, the youngest one, is 2021 Paralian Shiraz, and this is from a man called Charlie Seppelt, whose surname is obviously a famous surname in the annals of South Australian wine. The second one we're looking at is Heirloom Vineyards, which is produced by husband and wife couple Zar and Eleanor Brooks. Eleanor is the winemaker. And this is a 2020 vintage. The third one is Mr. Riggs. Ben Riggs is the man behind that. He is a very distinguished winemaker in the region who is celebrating his 21st anniversary of Mr. Riggs wines this year. They're all around the $40 to $50 price point and all interesting and different styles of wine. I'm Hugh and Hook, and you're watching The Real Review. So the wine we're tasting today is Perelian 2021 Shiraz from McLaren Vale. And Paralian is a very new name in the world of McLaren Vale wine. It's Charlie Seppelt, who is a member of the well-known Seppelt family from the Barossa. He makes wine at other people's wineries, but this is his own little pet project which he has on the side. Let's have a taste. And the wine smells really attractive. It's peppery, it's earthy, it's very savoury. It's got what I would call a graphite kind of character. A very earthbound or stony, rocky kind of accent superimposed on the black fruit characters. Let's have a taste. Very good wine indeed. Very soft and fleshy and rich. Very young. It's only a year old, but it's already softened and gorgeously textured, and you can drink it now and enjoy it now. It's not astringent at all. But the big triumph of this wine is how soft the tannins are for such a young Shiraz. It is a beautifully made modern style of Shiraz. And I think the perfume that you get off this wine, the floral high notes that are there on the nose, really does point to the provenance of the grapes, which are from the higher altitude parts. Blewitt Springs, you get the more floral, more aromatic style with very detailed flavour and aroma from that part of the region. And the dish that we've chosen to go with this is black pepper crusted beef fillet. I think the pepperiness of the beef fillet goes really well with Shiraz, especially the spicier style of cooler climate Shiraz. The wine we're tasting now is Heirloom Vineyards 2020 Shiraz from McLaren Vale. And this is another one of the many wines from the husband and wife winemaking and marketing duo of Eleanor and Zar Brooks. Eleanor is the winemaker. They're an interesting couple. They also produce the Dandelion Vineyards wines. So let's have a taste of this wine. And the bouquet of the wine is really good, really interesting, really inviting. So there's a lot of dark chocolate character there on the nose. There's a stony, earthy, graphite-y character, ironstone sort of smell. It's a really interesting and much more than just simple berry fruit character. It's a really inviting nose. Lots of spice as well. You can see the pepperiness of Shiraz. There's a bit of that there. And in the mouth, wow, gosh, that's an emphatic statement, that wine. It's a powerful wine. Very strongly built, lots of tannin. The tannin coats the entire interior of your mouth and leaves you with quite a grippy aftertaste, which is good. That wine will age beautifully and will go very well with strong foods. because of that nice tannin backbone that it's got. There is density to that wine, gravitas, power. The dish that we've decided to recommend with this is roasted venison with red currant glaze. It needs hearty flavour like that. The venison would be stewed in this really rich sauce, which is concentrated, and big flavour to go with a big wine. The wine we're tasting today is Mr. Riggs 2019 J.F.R. Shiraz from McLaren Vale. The initials stand for John Frederick Riggs, who is the winemaker Ben Riggs' father. So it's a bit of a tribute to his father. Ben Riggs, of course, is one of the best known winemakers in McLaren Vale. Still youthful at the age of 3 years, and the bouquet starting to show a little development. Very little though. It's still youthful, but there is some earthy graphite, some ironstone, split rock kind of characters coming through there. Very interesting nose. Blackberries as well. Underneath that, sweet blackberries on the palate, definitely on the palate. Let's have a taste again. And the richness and the succulence of the fruit is amazing. You could almost think that there's some sugar in the wine, which of course there isn't, but the ripeness of the fruit is so deliciously soft and sweet and round and generous that it tastes what I call fruit sweet as opposed to sugar sweet. The tannins, yes, it's got lots of tannin. The tannins are supple, they're not astringent tannins, but they give the wine this terrific backbone, this great structure which will help it age. And the dish we decided to recommend with this wine is Chinese style braised pork belly, which has got lots of protein, lots of fat, lots of the things that go beautifully with the tannins of a serious red wine like this. Cheers. If you've enjoyed this, follow us and subscribe to The Real Review.